So when you juxtapose that with the fact that you've got this Dutch guy who is has an actual conviction for child rape. I'm not going to use the term that you use because I think that's a bit strong, child rapist, but...
What is a child rapist?
But when you put them together, it seems so... We seem so out of whack.
Child rape. She was 12.
I know, but then having listened to Bev's monologue this morning, I sort of agree with her.
Yeah, but the
that people need...
She was 12, she was 19.
I know.
She's a child. She's a child.
He was a few years older than her.
No,
He's now grown up. Like, he would be able to carry on with his job in any other walk of life. And it's really hard when you make a mistake and you are never allowed
Well, he wouldn't be allowed to
be forgiven.
He's not allowed to stay in the Olympic Village.
No, that's not true. It's not that he's not allowed to stay there. They've decided not to put him in there.
But he didn't appear at the press conference, which is a condition. Which is a condition of appearing at the Olympics, is you have to go to the press conference.
One thing's for sure, this must be a deeply uncomfortable experience for him. He's away from the other athletes. He's got his wife spotlight.
And his 2-year-old with him.
I know. I think that was what...
He's turned his life around.
He has turned his life around. The fact that he's married and has a child now, and I'm not saying that child molesters don't do that, but it just feels as though he's still a young man. He's 29 years old. He did something appalling at the age of 19.
And the team admit that. The team are not making apologies.
And also, 12-year-old... I know, it's really hard to because I know 12-year-olds who are sassy and act like they're 16-year-old girls.
She told him.
He did know her age.
She told him he was 16 when he flew over to see her.
I know. I'm 50-50 on this. I assumed that he'd done it as a grown adult, as a grown man, and he'd groomed her.
Teenager.
I don't think that's quite the case.
He was 19, nearly 20.
Yeah,
also,
it was wrong.
When she went to get the morning after pill the next day, they said straight to her, how old are you? They could see instantly she was a child.
Yeah, but 10 years ago, they did say that to you when you went to get the morning after pill. I don't know. If I was judged for everything I did between the age of 12 and 19, I'd probably be in prison or something.
Serious rape is different.
I know, of course it is. Was it non-consent? Well, it's irrelevant.
It's the double standards, because he was convicted. He was convicted in a British court.
Yeah.
It's a deeply unpleasant crime for which he was convicted, for which he has served a sentence, but it's whether it's appropriate to serve at the Olympics at a time when the whole outrage was about a, admittedly rather naff, part of the opening ceremony.
They spent 4 days together in this country when she was 12 and he was 19.
Which is a bit different to the way it was portrayed to me, was that he groomed her, flew over to Milton Keynes and raped her, whereas actually it sounds more like an very inappropriate holiday romance thing, which he should not have done.
No.
Anyway...